Disturbing footage posted by CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister. Beleaguered music mogul Sean Diddy Combs caught on video assaulting his then girlfriend at the Intercontinental Hotel in Century City back in 2016.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? It's your girl, Lady K, coming through with some new content for you. Usually I do my intro, but today I kind of just wanted to go ahead and get into it. Yes, it's been circulating around this video of P. Diddy attacking Cassie at a hotel, and it's just highly disappointing to me. It really breaks my heart to see this. How dare he? You understand what I'm saying? And I don't understand when men beating women like this became acceptable, when the world started to normalize it. But no, it's unacceptable. This has been on my mind since it came out. And at this point, I feel like I just had to make a video of it. Did you see the way he did that young lady? Did you see how he kicked her? He cared nothing of Cassie. And there's no telling how long she's been dealing with this. There's no telling how long he's been mistreating her or what else he's done to her. That just seemed to come so natural, in my opinion, as if he's done more for less. It's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. And I need to share a few more things with you guys. I'm going to try to wrap this up as quick as possible. Cassie, I don't know if it's just me, but Cassie seemed to have been unhappy for a long time. I was going through some photos, and is it just me? Or did she look like she was screaming out for help in some of these photos? Now, you can see some from when she was young, and even then it looks kind of disturbing. I mean, she was just a young, innocent person, in my opinion. I think she was 19 when they got together, and how old was he? Too dang old, so it doesn't even matter. And then in some photos, it looked really happy. I guess that was around the time he was spoiling her. You know, hey, don't worry about singing anymore. I got you. I'll pay for your bills. I'll pay for whatever. You just be my lady on my arm, and, everything will be all right. But then he started to do to her the same thing that he did to Kim Porter, and we're going to get into that shortly. And I don't know. Like, I look at some of these photos, and she just looked dead. Like, she's over it at this point. It's so sad. She looks like she doesn't want to be around him. And a lot of the videos that I was watching of them, red carpet scenes, it just looked like she was screaming out for help. She wanted someone to read between the lines. And I hate that she was failed of that. And it also puts into question these other baby mothers that P. Diddy has. I wonder, was he doing them the same way? They seem to be kept quiet. I don't know if they were remarried or not, but I just wonder if he's using his power to manipulate them to move how he wants them to move as well. And that's actually a good question. They're pretty quiet. You don't really hear anything from his other children's parents. And I think that's something that, we don't need to turn a blind eye to. I mean, they're probably living life lavish anyway. He probably cut them a deal. Hey, sit down, be quiet, be there when I want you to be there. And, here's some cash and just keep your mouth shut. There's no telling what they know about him, what type of secrets they know, things that they've seen. I mean, who knows at this point? And then there's Kim Porter. Poor Kim Porter. Something tells me that she's probably the only woman that he really actually loved, even though his love is unkind and his love is brutal. Something tells me that she's probably the only one that had his heart, and that's why he tried to control her so much. And absolutely, that's no excuse. That's just what I'm observing. He, kind of stuck it out with her for a while, left and came back. And did anybody see the interview about P. Diddy's ex-bodyguard, saying that the things that he was saying about um how he was with J-Lo and he'd leave J-Lo's house and immediately, go and look the town. He hit up Kim Porter's babysitter and try to figure out where she's at. Even going so far as to try to tap her phone lines. Do you know how crazy a man has to be, how controlling a man has to be, that she can't even talk on the phone in peace without him wanting to listen to her conversations? It's sickening and it's disturbing. And like I said, who knows? He's probably doing the exact same thing to his other baby mamas, and they're just sitting quiet because he's paying for everything. These days money talks. Um, Man, it was a lot of things that was discovered um through his ex bodyguard. I'm gonna leave that for y'all to take the time out and watch that video. But there's been some accusations of how he beat Kim Porter, took on a boat ride. She came back with a broke nose, or how he used to force her to have relations with other people. The same accusations that Cassie was making were the same accusations that was made that was put out, that Kim was going through the same thing, but Kim kept quiet about. And I just think it's very ironic that right when she was about to write her tell-all book, she mysteriously dies of pneumonia complications, and then boom, her hard copy or her soft copy or her rough draft disappeared immediately and no one knows where it's at. That's got to be something to think about. That's got to be something to take into consideration. Um, I'm not going to touch too much on that, but read between the lines with that one. And it's sad. I saw videos. Kim Porter was a model. She was an actress. She played on a few movies. Beautiful woman. Seemed like she had a beautiful spirit. And not to mention, he didn't even break up with her when he got with J-Lo. He just, boom, hit the town with J-Lo. And all of a sudden, they're all in the pictures together, all in the media together, and Kim had to find out through that. And allegedly he became very enraged that Kim didn't blink an eye when it happened. She just continued to move on. The fact that he's such a big guy when it comes to power, and he uses his power to manipulate for the worse. Imagine how someone like him felt, knowing that he possibly had lost control or didn't have any say so as to what was going on with Kim Porter. I really wish she had held her ground. I hear she was trying to get away at the time, but it might have just been too late. And my heart just really goes out to her and those children's. And also, let's also keep in mind that immediately the child support was dropped after she died, and he ended up getting custody of the children. And then that video that surfaced shortly after of him dancing to a song which words were very peculiar to the situation. Like I said, I'm not even going to touch so much on that, but it's just really heartbreaking, and I really hate it for her family. And last but not least, now you have other people coming out of the woodwork making accusations on Sean P. Diddy Combs, uh, dealing with along the same lines as with Kim Porter and Cassie had accused him of or had been through with him. And now he's facing more lawsuits. Um, Crystal McKinney, a former model, said that he had drugged her and sexually assaulted her in 2003. Like I said, men in power, they really feel like they can do whatever they want to do. And a guy like P. Diddy, who had a lot of power and knew a lot of people and had a lot of important people in his pocket, there's just no telling what the boundaries are with him. I really feel like he felt like he was untouchable, and a lot of the people who knew him and was around him said the same thing. He thought that he could do whatever he wanted, and he had zero remorse about it. He just really seems like a greedy, selfish, inconsiderate, full of pride, full of power kind of guy that just wants to live his life the way he wants to live it. But I'm glad that some feet were put down on this and that he's finally about to pay for the pain and the damage, long-term damage that he has caused on these women. And I'm actually glad that people are coming forward to finally speak on the matter and, and let justice take its course. So, with that being said, Crystal McKinney, whoever else wants to come through, and in memory of Kim Porter, you guys know anything, please come forward and tell. I don't think any guy who is treating women like this, beating on them and sexually assaulting them, deserves to walk the same streets as us. And that's just me being honest and not holding back. But that is the end of my video. Please click the like, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.